Buongiorno, facciamo tutti namaskar. E prima di alzarci la Kundalini, equilibriamo i nostri canali e il nostro respiro, il nostro mana sul nostro prana, il nostro canale destro sul nostro canale sinistro. Iniziamo con il respiro, inspiriamo, tratteniamo per qualche secondo ed espiriamo. Facciamolo varie volte in modo tale da rallentare completamente i nostri pensieri, il nostro respiro ed entrare profondamente dentro di noi. Inspiriamo. Espiriamo. Portiamo le due mani verso l'alto, mettiamo l'attenzione sul sahasrara, sulle nostre mani e insieme le portiamo tutte e due verso la terra e chiediamo alla Madre Terra di assorbire qualsiasi disequilibrio, qualsiasi difficoltà dei nostri canali sottili. Madre, per favore, assorbi tutto ciò che non è centrato, tutto ciò che non è in equilibrio, tutto ciò che può disturbare questa meditazione. Madre Terra, assorbi e nutri i nostri canali sottili. Occupiamoci del canale sinistro, portiamo la mano sinistra sul ginocchio e chiediamo alla Madre Terra di nutrire e di assorbire tutto ciò che è ancora pesante o è ancora difficile nel nostro canale sinistro. Madre, assorbi tutte le nostre false conoscenze, tutto ciò che ci impedisce di essere chi siamo veramente, lo spirito. Tutti ancora i nostri sensi di colpa, i nostri condizionamenti. Tutto ciò che nel nostro passato ancora ha effetti sul nostro presente. Madre Terra, assorbi e nutri il mio canale sinistro con tutto l'amore e la fragranza di cui tu sei portatrice. Portiamo la mano destra sul ginocchio, la mano sinistra verso l'alto. Madre, assorbi tutti tutti i nostri pensieri, tutte le nostre proiezioni nel futuro, che come il passato non esiste, non è ancora e non c'è. Tutto ciò che disturba la nostra attenzione a rimanere sullo spirito, sulla nostra essenza. Tutte le negatività residuali nel nostro canale destro, tutto l'eccesso di senso di responsabilità, tutta la nostra reattività residua, tutta l'incapacità di vederci come siamo veramente. Chiediamo all'etere di assorbire, riequilibrare e nutrire il nostro canale destro. Riportiamo le due mani sulle ginocchia e adesso solleviamo la nostra Kundalini e diamoci i 7 bandhan. Mettiamo adesso l'attenzione sul nostro canale centrale e partendo dal nostro Muladhara diciamo: Madre, in realtà per tua grazia io sono innocente, io sono completamente arreso, arresa a te. Diciamo il mantra Shri Ganesha Gauri. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Gauri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Portiamo ora l'attenzione sul nostro Svadhisthana e affermiamo: Madre, per tua grazia io posseggo la creatività divina. Per tua grazia la mia attenzione è pura, la mia conoscenza del sé è pura. Diciamo il mantra a Shri Sarasvati Brahmadeva. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Sarasvati Brahmadeva Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Portiamo l'attenzione sul nostro Nabi E affermiamo, Madre, per tua grazia, io sono pace. Io sono completamente soddisfatta, soddisfatto. Diciamo il mantra Shri Lakshmi Vishnu. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Portiamo l'attenzione sul cuore e affermiamo, Madre, per tua grazia, io sono coraggioso, io sono coraggiosa. Diciamo il mantra a Sri Durga Jagadambe. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Durga Jagadambe Ma Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Portiamo l'attenzione nel nostro Vishuddhi, portiamo l'indice della mano destra nella fossetta, nel nostro collo e affermiamo, Madre, per tua grazia, io sono collettiva, io sono collettivo. Diciamo il mantra Shri Radha Krishna. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Radha Krishna Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Portiamo ora la mano sulla fronte, lasciamo cadere la testa nella nostra mano e con tutto l'amore di cui siamo capaci, con tutta l'attenzione di cui siamo capaci, affermiamo: io perdono tutto, perdono tutti e perdono me stessa. Madre, per tua grazia, io perdono. Diciamo il mantra Shri Maria Gesù. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Maria Gesù Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Portiamo adesso la mano sul Sahasrara, appoggiamo la mano sulla nostra fontanella, facciamo una pressione, giriamo la mano da destra verso sinistra, diciamo: Madre, per tua grazia, io sono completamente integrata, tutte le mie qualità sono integrate in questo punto. Io sono silenzio, io sono lo yoga. Diciamo il mantra Shri Nirvichara. Om Tvamiva Sakshat Shri Nirvichara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Solleviamo la mano, portiamo l'attenzione, il punto più alto sopra la nostra testa e riportiamo la mano sulle ginocchia. E con questa attenzione ascoltiamo le parole di Shimataji.
With today's vibrations, you can see when you are prepared for a puja, how much you get. Today you can feel. So the divine is very anxious to act. Only thing you have to prepare yourself. And all these preparations are going to help you tremendously. As we are now Sahaj Yogis, we have to know that we have become something different from what we were. We are yogis, we are higher people than others. And as such, we have to understand one thing, that we are not like other human beings who say something and do something, who can live with hypocrisy. That's why all the problems have arisen out of all the religions. A person who says he's a Christian, he is absolutely antichrist. Who says who is Islamic, he is absolutely anti-Muhammad. Who says who is a Hindu is absolutely anti-Shri Krishna. This is the main reason why all the religions have failed so far. Because human beings talk big of ideals. They all say that we have this ideal, that ideal, but they are not those ideals. They cannot live with those ideals. The ideals are not in their lives. They are outside. But they go about saying that these are our ideals. They become fanatics. But they are not the ideals. By Sahaja Yoga now, you have the method, you have the possibility that you can become the ideals. The ideal has to first to be understood through your brains, in the West especially. What are the ideals we have become or we have to become? What we can achieve? This idea you must have. And secondly, you must have a capacity to deepen your meditative power, so that these ideals go and settle in your heart as a part and parcel of your being. That you can't live without these ideals. We can take an example, say, of Christ. For Christ, he and his ideals were the same. There's no difference between the two. He did not talk of one thing, did another thing, and executed the third thing. This will be the difference between the Sahaja Yogis and non-Sahaja Yogis. That whatever are your ideals have to be expressed in your life every moment, because you are that. If you are gold, then gold is gold all the time. It is not gold sometime, then sometimes iron, and sometimes mud. It is gold all the time. Only human beings are like that. That sometimes they can be snakes, lions, and could be foxes also. But as Sahaja Yogis, you become pure human beings. And this is what we have to know. It is not difficult to strive for it. It's not difficult. Because now you have the power to deepen your roots to your heart. So, the brain must be used to understand clearly what are the ideals of a Sahaja Yogi. What are the things? that a Sahaja Yogi should do. How he should behave in life. What methods he should follow. And then he has to bring it to his heart through meditative processes, through surrendering. How I give you second birth, you know very well. I conceive you in my heart. Otherwise I cannot do it. Because my heart is so pure, it cleanses you. My compassion, my love cleanses you. And then I can take you out of my sasrara. Otherwise, how will I do that? And when that has happened, you have become a new personality. So you are very different from all others. Because a spirit has given birth to your spirit. You have been cleansed by the spirit. So you cannot live like that, like all other human beings are living. All the clashes, all the problems of human beings are because they are not what they talk. Ideals are out of their life. That is how a Sahaja Yogi will show himself up compared to anybody else. Take an example, say, of Abraham Lincoln. All right? Abraham Lincoln believed that everybody must have freedom and the government should be for the public, for the people. Whatever he taught, he practiced it. Whatever he believed in, he worked it out. Gave his life for it. That's why he's a great man. Think of Mahatma Gandhi. They were not like Christ incarnations. Think of any great man. Think of Shivaji Maharaj. Any one of the saints. They were human beings. But once they knew this is the principle on which we have to live, they become one with the principles. They do not compromise. So what Sahaja Yogi has to be, that we should understand. A Sahaja Yogi is a person who has got realization through the Kundalini. And Kundalini is the motherhood in you. Is the caring, nourishing power. But mother will never compromise with the son. If he wants to kill somebody, she'll say no. I mean, a real mother. She will even shoot that son who tries to do wrong things. In the same way, if you become the mother of yourself, then you have to look after yourself in the same manner that you nourish yourself. And all others also. You have to nourish them, care for them, and do not compromise with wrongdoings, unrighteous things, absurd things. Now, when I tell you this, it is not necessary for you to feel guilty. We have to look upward. Those who are standing even on a lower staircase, if they are looking upward, they are all right. But those who are standing at a higher steps and looking downward will go down. So look forward. What we have to do in our day-to-day life, in simple relationships, even husband, wife, children, parents. Are you becoming silent within yourself? Are you nourishing it with your silence, with your compassion? Or you are supporting something that is absolutely anti-God? If you become the ideals, the power of ideals itself, will make you so dynamic that you don't need to consult anybody. You become the ideal. They are like torches. Your ideals itself will be enlightened. So the first attitude should be, how do we deepen ourselves? That should be first attitude. Now say a husband and wife are quarreling morning till evening. They cannot be Sahajogis. Absurdities. If they are quarreling, they are not Sahajogis. Take it for granted. Now what you have to do if two persons are quarreling? The one who is a Sahajogi will leave that wife. I have nothing to do with wife, I have no wife, nothing. Keep out. Detach completely from it. Just don't talk to that wife. Don't discuss, don't bother about it, just detach. If the son is like that, just detach. Up to a point. But no quarreling, no argument, nothing. Complete silence. A silent protest must be developed. But in that silence, you should not be a cowardly person. So many people are cowards. And that cowardliness, they think, is their silent truth. A person who is really powerful will not deter, will not be aggressive, but will not also take aggression. So in your meditations, you have to sit down. Now what do you say in meditation? Try to see all the chakras. What chakras are catching? Face it yourself. These might be from your past life. Some chakras are weak. Try to make them all right. Try to strengthen them. Because ideals have to be worked out, the instrument has to be all right. If the instrument is a crazy one, how will you do? So first of all, you must develop your instrument properly. It should be balanced, powerful, not cowardly. People should feel your power. Of course, the power is of love, but love doesn't mean that you compromise with all the nonsensical things. There should be no compromise at all. It's a very self-certifying state. You cannot say when it is so. You just cannot say. Itself, the state will certify that I am all right now. I have reached that state. You cannot say after 5 hours, 3 minutes, 2 seconds, you'll become that. You just mature and you see that maturity within you. Once you understand that unless and until you become your ideals, you are not a Sahajogi. Everybody can call themselves Sahajogi. There's no inauguration. We don't have any sort of a inauguration of a university where people can come and get their degrees and diplomas. All right, you are certified twice born. There are some who are several times twice born. They are twice born today, tomorrow they are not. Then again they come twice born, again twice born. Some of them can be 108 times twice born in surgery. And even then they are not certified. So you have to give yourself a certificate. There's no university to do that. You have to understand yourself. What are your problems? Why you are behaving like that? You treat yourself as a child. When it is needed, you have to rebuke yourself. When you have to glorify, you should glorify yourself. So now you separate. You become the mother, the spirit is the mother, and you, whatever you are, which has to grow, is the child. Mother is the ideal. She is the inspiration. She is the power. And the child is the recipient. If the child is an obstinate fellow, then you can't do anything about it. Also find out. You might be one of them. I know who are they like that. There are many. And you can find them out in no time. Obstinate fellows, if they live with 10 people, suddenly we hear reports of their existence. They are quite eloquent. Even if they are not talking a word, people can tell you, I had a fight with such and such. That person said such and such thing to me. That person was so cruel to me. That person demanded this. You know which person it is, where. You see, as diamond can be made out, thorns can be made out also anytime you go near the thorn, anyone. Without exception, it will bite everyone. It is not going to spare, it's a thorn. So thorn has to be a thorn. But if you are a Sahajogi, you have to be a flower. And a strong flower. And an eternal flower that always grows, does not fade. Always growing, never fades. Such a flower you have to be. Then you will be surprised that you do not get into a trip of ego, neither you go into a complete collapse of super-ego. So much you know that any one of you can be called as a scholar, I can tell you. I mean, so many times people have asked me, are they all scholars that you have your disciples? You know so much, much more than any saint ever knew, I can assure. But you know only in the brain, outside. It's all blah, blah, blah. It comes to the brain, you use it to show off to others, and finished. It doesn't even settle down there. Then how will it go to the heart? So everybody is talking big. They can impress people. I mean, if some journalists come here, they'll be so impressed by the Sahajogis. So many wise men in England sitting down here. But you laugh at yourself. You have known all this because I've been speaking too much. Also, the spirit is shining. Let your spirit shine in such a way that people know this is a man who's completely integrated. The spirit, the talk, the behavior, the life itself is completely integrated. And this is what is Sahasrara. So if there is no integration, you have not achieved your Sahasrara. There will be no need to pull your ears. A day should come when you all will raise your heads with great pride and glory. Because your ideals will shine like ornaments. I want to say those days when all those who claim to be Sahajogis become that. That's the most important thing. All other things are useless. Getting an ashram, getting this, doing that. Forget it. What you have to manage is this child which has to grow, who is still naughty, sometimes tries to misbehave. Now put it right. You give it a name. You call yourself a Sahajogi. And that child as Mr. X, Mr. Y, whatever your name has been. And always try to tell, now will you behave yourself? Get up in the morning, have your bath, sit down for meditation. They feel lazy, the child says, I can't. Then you accept the child. Then the child will become the mother and you will be losing your powers. Excuses. The child knows, very intelligent. It's a very clever child. Extremely intelligent, knows how to deceive you. But the child also knows innately what it needs. If it comes to know that the mother in you has developed that personality, then it accepts mother's personality. But if the child knows the mother herself is weak, then he starts taking advantage of the mother. So you have to not fight yourself, but to tame. And this is very easy. You start enjoying it, looking at yourself. Oh, Mr. So and so. Then you won't be angry. I know how to handle you. You are hiding behind there, all right? Giving excuses. And the child grows big. So big that mother sees that and is amazed. Like in Sri Krishna's childhood, the mother was Yashoda, and the child was Sri Krishna. It's very symbolic. And he used to play very naughty tricks. And she said, you went and ate that mud from there. I know you have eaten. He said, how can I eat? How can I? I can't even go out of the house. I'm sitting down here. Where is the mud? How can I eat? You did eat. I know you have eaten. So, better show me your mouth. He says, really? And then the mouth opens and the complete Vishwasvarupa. Complete vision of the whole Vishwa she sees. And the mother falls at his feet. That's what it should be. This mother has to fall at the feet of the child that has grown. Very symbolic. That is how you have to grow into that Vishwasvarupa, into that collective being, into that Virata.
Auguro a tutti una bellissima e splendida giornata. Facciamo tutti insieme Namaskar e ci alziamo la Kundalini e ci diamo i 7 bande.